Alright, Shalom, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, Ma'amath. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well, and double honor to my elder as well, Aharawan, Ben Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. Salutations to the brothers, that's pushing this truth across the four corners of the earth, and to the one-third remnant believers in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom, shalom. It's going to be a quick lesson, based off of this TikTok video that I found. So, I pray this lesson be edifying. Once again, shalom.
Pay attention. I believe one person is creating the emergency. This is how.
Check this shit out.
Question. Do you feel anything?
My stomach is a little upset.
Interesting. That's actually a side effect for the very sensitive. Number 2 in Rhonda, please engage the receivers. Thank you. Now, it looks normal, but listen to what's underneath.
The missing aren't missing. They're only departed. Poison apples. Hardest possession. A look on the shoulder.
What were those?
Those are the hidden messages that are being broadcast on every TV and radio, and they're infecting our minds without us even knowing they're there. The emergency is caused by subliminal messages.
Manipulation sub rosa.
Yes. It's taken a long time for me to put this together. The sender of these messages is putting our psyches under siege.
Why would someone do that?
When people are anxious or frightened, they're more susceptible to suggestion. They panic, they turn on each other. I mean, look how people are treating each other now. Aggressive, suspicious, unkind.
It's all part of the plan.
We are being softened up.
That sounds bad.
It is. These messages are increasing in frequency and getting stronger. Our society is fragile and so much closer to the breaking point than we've ever been. And almost no one is aware enough to fight it.
Why are those children's voices?
People aren't naturally suspicious of children. Your voices don't trigger our defenses. Using children to send the messages makes them virtually undetectable.
Shouldn't you just, call the cops?
Wish it were that easy.
You have a phone, right?
But the government agencies that could have helped have been dismantled. You have to understand me. Good women and men who worked for them have gone missing.
But you've got the evidence.
Oh, Rainey. Proof is useless unless it's proof of something people already want to believe. And I'm afraid no one wants to believe this. However, I have finally discovered where the messages are coming from.
Pay attention.
Man, and ultimately, this those frequencies or whatever the case may be, they only gonna affect people that don't have the spirit of the Lord on them. And before I post this video, I want to declare Fair Use Act Section 107. I'm not gaining from this video at all. It's only for educational purposes. But man, those frequencies or whatever the case may be, it's only going to affect those who don't have the spirit of the Lord, those who, basically run down into Egypt for help and believe on this system and believe on everything that this devil says. This devil standing with his enchantments like he been doing before, or whatever the case may be. But I'm going to get a few precepts. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 28 and verse 3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thine understanding thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. And through this devil's devices, he has gotten himself riches, basically constantly putting spells and enchantments on the people that cause them to do whatever he desires them to do. running down there, and like the whole pandemic, it was basically it turned the billionaires to super billionaires, whatever the case may be. It's a form of these devils enchantments or whatever the case may be, and they put it in the music, they put it on a TV, on the news, they broadcast their enchantments everywhere, to keep the people, keep the sheeple, you know what I'm saying, the goyim in line. But ultimately, the 1/3 remnant, the ones that's moving in the frequency, the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, won't be affected by these things. We can, use this world and not abuse this world. We listen to music or whatever the case may be, but it don't affect us and make us want to go out there and kill or rob or do all these things or whatever the case may be. We watch these TV shows, but it don't affect us. Our people, they think that there's all type of ghosts and things in their house or whatever the case may be because they've been watching horror films all day. But us, if we was to watch those things won't affect us because, we are the Lord's bride, man. And he won't let nothing happen to us as long as we, cover with his spirit. Or the case may be, because verse 3 again, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. Right? These devils are wise, man. They search out iniquities and they search out seek out a diligent search. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding thou hast gathered thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Right? This devil's heart is lifted up on all four corners of the board. You see what I'm saying? His devil's heart just lifted up, man. He don't feel that he feel like he got the people so deep in a sunken place that they would never come out. You see what I'm saying? But ultimately, that's exactly what Yahweh Shema Shah want them. He want them to choose that side and go over there. So ultimately they can bow that knee, and get judged for it. Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 14. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil man. Right? Don't run down there to Egypt for help. Don't follow after this devil. You know what I'm saying? Don't even don't even dance too close to the serpent, because he'll be quick to bite your ankle, man. You see what I'm saying? Enter not in the path of the wicked man. Don't follow after these devils. Don't choose none of their ways. You know what I'm saying? Enter not in the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil man. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it and pass away. Right? Just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop to hear what this devil got to say. Whatever the case may be, just keep going. Verse 16, for they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they have caused some to fall. Right? These devils can't sleep until they rape, rob, and murder. They can't sleep until they kill, or whatever the case may be. Like you just, these devils are wicked. The Most High said, who can make a unclean thing clean, or whatever, or roughly paraphrasing, I believe that's how I go, or unstraight thing straight. Lacan, these devils can't sleep unless they do something wickedly, man. Push out frequencies, spraying all type of chemicals in the air, barium and aluminum. You see what I'm saying? Injecting the masses, or whatever the case may be, with philosophy and doctrine, and doing other things to them that they, willingly taking, whatever the case may be. Lacan, man. They sleep not unless they cause some to fall. Verse 17, for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. Right, that's what they do, man. It's in their tabernacle. And it's violence and wickedness and blood is in their tabernacle. Like the Lord said, their land is defiled with blood. Like Kyrie said, 300 million of our ancestors buried in America. Blood still spilled on the earth. Verse 18, but the path of the just is as a shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. Right? And that's just what it is, man. We're going to keep shining, man. So these things, these enchantments ain't going to be able to, mess with the Lord's elect. Ain't nobody going to be able to pluck the elect out of the Lord's hand. None of these things are going to work on us. Like the scripture said, there's no enchantment against Jacob. God, it says that the path of the justice is going to shine. It's as a shining light that's shining more and more until the perfect day. Right? We constantly shining. When the Lord put us in that fire, we're going to shine some more. You see what I'm saying? Our people, when they get in that fire, they're going to be like straw. They're going to kindle up, man. They ain't going to be able to handle it. God, that's what we just constantly pray that the Lord take not the Holy Spirit from our dwelling places and continue to hide us from these devils, man, because these devils wiser than Daniel. I remember when I first came into this truth, I posted on Instagram. I said I posted a picture of myself because before that I didn't have any social media or a phone for like a year or 2 years or something like that. You know, I used to go to my woman. I used to share phones with her, whatever the case may be. But I had finally got my own phone. I said I'm gonna make me an Instagram, whatever the case may be. So I posted on there, and I was like, Barak Atah Yahweh and Barak Atah Yahweh Shai. And something just told me to click the C translation to see what they translated it to. I just want to see what these devils are gonna change the name to, and it translated into "I'm going to get you" with a with a exclamation point. And I was scared. You see what I'm saying? Because I wasn't rooted at the time, so I had to end up deleting the photo, and then that's when I had got more bold, and now it's just like I'm gonna say whatever I want to say to them devils. You see what I'm saying? Because we know that the Spirit of the Lord is on us. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nothing that you could do to us ultimately. But they had translated it. They translated it into "I'm going to get you," and they said it like that, like basically, if anybody else was to see it, they wanted to basically, you know, let the people try to get into people's mind and make them feel like the name of the Lord means "I'm going to get you," and then it was another shot through at me, I believe, or whatever the case may be. And at the time, I was scared into the Lord, to the brothers. So I started watching more and more brothers' videos and realizing that, man, the Lord got us. If it's meant for me to die, then it is what it is. But I pray that the Lord hide me from these devils, hide my family from these devils, or whatever the case may be. But Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 12, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, right? The multitude of thy sorceries. You know what I'm saying? This devil is a major sorcerer, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. And right, this is, you know, it's slipping my mind. And Salaki, it's 7:26 in the morning. I'm tired, so it's kind of slipping my mind. I forgot. But he basically, if so, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. Basically saying like you ain't gonna prevail, but if you feel like you're gonna prevail, just go ahead and keep doing it. You see what I'm saying? Stand out with your enchantments. Go ahead, keep doing what you're doing. Let's see if it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? But it says the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. Right? This devil been a major sorcerer since the beginning of America. You see what I'm saying? Since way back during the time of Cain. You see what I'm saying? He been tricking. He was a major trickster in the Garden of Eden, man, who basically beguiled Eve. That same serpent that grew, that went from being a small serpent and grew to be a 7-headed dragon. You see what I'm saying? Now this devil all across the world with a multitude of his sorceries. But man, it's just what it is, man. These devils are wicked, you know, and that's why you gotta have, you gotta be moving in the Spirit of the Lord, or you ain't gonna be able to catch these things, or this devil can catch you off guard. You know what I'm saying? You waiting on the Lord to pop up. Next thing you know, you see a Project Bluebeam, or whatever the case may be, of a white Edomite coming down, descending. Or if you're in China, you see a Moabite descending, or whatever the case may be. You know, this devil is a major sorcerer, man. Psalms chapter 64 and verse 1. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, and my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquities. Right, that's what we need, man, because this devil got all type of technology. Where I saw something one time where they'll ride past with some type of machine, and they'll see how much light you've been using. You know, they'll see how much light you've been using compared to your neighbors, and that's how they know if people growing drugs and weed and stuff in their house. you know, because they'll look at the heat signature of your house. Oh, as a matter of fact, way back, like a couple years ago, I was riding my woman old car, and the car was so messed up that where to the point where if you put gas in it, sometimes the gas will leak out the bottom of the car, and it'll make it look like the car is extra hot because the gas was leaking out. So I was riding on the beach, and this devil was basically riding around with his little thermal thing, so he can tell that my car is hotter than the other ones. But ultimately, it was because the Lord wanted me to go to jail that day because I was being disobedient, or whatever the case may be. But my car was hotter than everybody else's car because the gas was always leaking out. So on the screen, everybody else's car probably was like yellow, but my car probably was like red. So I guess they thought I had a whole bunch of drugs in my car. You know, back then I was, smoking weed or whatever the case may be, but I was real paranoid and I couldn't leave the house without a gun or whatever the case may be. So long story short, the Lord wanted me to go to jail because my mom was like, why you taking that gun out of the house? And I told her, because it's mine. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, okay. And he sent me to jail that day because ultimately I was being disobedient. I didn't have to take the gun out of the house, but I just wanted to be disobedient or whatever the case may be. And I ended up going to jail for it. But ultimately his technology saw that my car was red and everybody else's car was yellow. Just like the same thing that the helicopters see. But Verse 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, right? Even bitter words. Verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, subtly do they shoot at him and fear not, right? They're shooting in secret at the perfect, through their devices, man. Putting they sorcery all up in the TV, in the words. See what I'm saying? On billboards, on bus stops, in you. You see what I'm saying? They putting it all up in your nose and everywhere. They putting it in you. You see what I'm saying? They shooting in secret. They do it in a secret. The secret counsel of the wicked. Verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Right? They got these think tanks and all these dumbs and stuff, thinking that the Lord can't see in there or whatever the case may be. What the scriptures say, if thou diggest the hell, I am there. And if thou climb up to the heavens, I am also there. You see what I'm saying? They encourage themselves in the evil matter, and they say, who shall see them? Verse 6 is the point. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep, right? These devils can't sleep unless they cause something to fall. They can't sleep unless they, do something wicked. You see what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. They can't sleep unless they do it. Verse 7, but Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Right? They making their own tongue to fall upon themselves by putting these things in TV shows. That's a Disney show that video just came from. You see what I'm saying? They causing their own tongue to fall upon themselves because ultimately they don't care who see them. You see what I'm saying? Because this devil think that his counsel gonna stand, but ultimately the Lord's counsel is gonna stand, man. But man, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep, man. But this is gonna be the last precept, because ultimately, man, we don't have nothing to worry about. Psalms 37 verse 1, fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquities, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Right, and that's just what it is. These devils shall soon be cut down as the grass, man, and they're going to wither as the green herb. So when it comes down to it, the Lord's counsel going to stand. Stand now with your enchantments. Keep doing what you're doing, because at the end of the day, you only deceiving those that the Lord want to be deceived. So the elect won't be deceived by these devices, man. So with that, I want to say shalom, on to the next DTA, Abba Ball.